your dashboard. Your speedometer is screaming a number your neighborhood never intends for you to touch. The street outside says 25. Your dash says 220. Who is telling the truth? Write this down. The posted limit is about the road. The design capacity is about the car. Don't confuse the two. Your environment may post limits, but your design reveals capacity. Say it with me. I was built by the manufacturer, not by my municipality. Good. Because some of you have lived so long in a slow district that you think slowness is holiness. You have equated safety with stagnation. Culture trained you to equate compliance with calling. So you have become a very disciplined, very polite, very obedient underperformer. You are not slow because you are weak. You are slow because you have been domesticated. Write this down. Culture installs limits. You start policing yourself to obey. You become your own traffic cop. No siren behind you. No blue lights. And yet your foot lifts off the pedal at 31 because a sign told your subconscious, this is who we are here. The invisible problem is not the sign on the corner. It is the sign in the heart. You don't just drive under the limit. You live under it, love under it, earn under it, dream under it, and then you defend it as wisdom. That is not wisdom. That is imprisonment with clean sidewalks. I came to provoke you tonight. Vision is more important than leadership. Write it down. I know that sounds offensive in a leadership seminar, but hear me. Leadership is skill, speed, and style. Vision is destination, meaning, and mandate. Leadership without vision is motion with no map. It just makes you get lost faster. Why are we impressed with people driving efficiently if they have no idea where they're going? Don't clap for acceleration, ask for destination. Say it with me. My dash decides more than my district. Your dash is a manufacturer's prophecy. It is telling you what is possible, not what is permitted by the neighborhood committee. This is why you feel an ache when you settle your gauges protest. You know there is more because your design whispers, break free. Leadership cannot soothe that ache. Only vision can answer it. Write this down. Toleration is the graveyard of leaders. The day you stop tolerating posted ceilings in your mind is the day your leadership is born. We are going to challenge every sign you have surrendered to. We are going to confront the belief that the limit is law, and we will discover something together. There is life after 170. Say it with me. There is life after 170. That means there is life beyond what you were trained to respect. The manufacturer did not exaggerate your dashboard. He hid your future in your design. Tonight, we begin to drive like it. Let's diagnose the mechanic behind your slowness. Write this down. Culture is not food and music. Culture is a belief system. It is software. It tells you what is normal, what is possible, and what is permitted. It is the silent operating system that decides which apps of your life will even open. Culture is a contractor. It pours concrete in your consciousness and installs signs in your soul. It doesn't just describe your world, it prescribes your limits until you challenge the prescription. How does it do it? It uses familiarity as a fence. Your family scripts give you your first speed sign. In this house, we don't dream big, we survive. Your neighborhood adds a sign. People like us don't go there. School pastes on another, average. A counselor writes one with a marker called data. Statistically unlikely. Religion stamps a shiny one. Be humble, which they interpret as be invisible. Economics nails one down with fear. Don't risk. Keep it safe. Keep it small. One by one, the contractor completes the project. No chains, no bars, just polite laminated ceilings. Write this down. Whatever you tolerate, you will never change. If you tolerate small talk about your life, you will live a small life. If you tolerate names that rename you at risk, minority, broke, too much, you will salute those labels like flags. If you tolerate ceilings as wisdom, you will call your own captivity prudence. Toleration is the graveyard of leaders. The longer you accept the prescription, the more your body of destiny adapts to the dosage. Who told you to slow down? A grandmother's caution meant to keep you safe from a storm, but it became your forecast. A teacher's rubric designed to grade a paper, but it ended up grading your future. A pastor's cliche that confuses meekness with weakness. A boss's budget fare that baptized timidity as stewardship. Write this down. Limits are easier to inherit than to interrogate. But leaders ask questions. Who posted that sign? Who authorized it? Where is the manufacturer's memo that says I must not exceed 30? Say it with me. Culture is a contractor, but I cancel the contract. Again, I cancel the contract. What did I say culture does? It cancels capacity by naming it unrealistic. That's the game. It takes what you were built to do and calls it excessive. It calls acceleration arrogance. It calls initiative rebellion. It calls vision impractical. And if you accept that vocabulary, you will enforce their verdict with your own foot. Write this down. If the limit is installed in the mind, the removal must happen in the mind. The road is not your problem. Your internal signage is. So we must go where those signs are stored. We must reach the heart, the subconscious, the cruise control of your life. You don't rise by wishing, you rise by rewiring. Change the software, and the same streets become a different journey. Say it with me. I will not let culture manage my speed. I will renew my mind and reset my pace. Write this down. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. That is not poetry. That is the physics of destiny. The word heart in the text is not the organ in your chest. It is the hidden control center, the Hebrew lab, the subconscious seat of belief, the hard drive of your life. Your conscious mind talks, but your heart decides. Your mouth says, I want 200. Your heart whispers, you deserve 65. Guess who wins? The heart, always. Say it with me. My heart is my control center. Let me use your car again. Your belief system is your cruise control. You can press the pedal with motivation, with conferences, with caffeine, with applause. But if the cruise is set at 65, the system will pull the throttle back down to where it feels safe. Some cars even have a governor in the ECU. If the manufacturer, or in your case, the programmer called culture, set a limiter, the engine will cut the fuel at a certain speed. Not because the engine can't go, but because the map says don't. You are not failing because you lack horsepower. You are obeying a map you never examined. Write this down. Desire is not permission. You can want more, but your heart will veto what your beliefs label too much. Here are the symptoms of an internal speed limit. You self-sabotage, near breakthroughs, late to final meetings, misplace the proposal, pick a fight the night before the interview because your heart is allergic to rooms it never believed it belonged in. You feel guilt about success, so you overgive, undercharge, or apologize for excellence to return to the emotional temperature you call normal. You fear outgrowing your friends, so you shrink your gift to keep companionship at the cost of calling. And the most dangerous symptom, you spiritualize delay. You rename indecision as waiting on God. You call procrastination a season. You fast about what you should be finishing. Write this down. God is not obligated to confirm a limit. He never posted. Say it with me. The problem is not the road, it's the setting in my heart. This is why throwing leadership skills at a heart that still honors old signs only makes you an efficient prisoner. Leadership is acceleration, skill management, communication, technique. Vision is a reset of the heart, meaning mandate, destination. Without vision, leadership only accelerates confusion. If the blind lead the blind, they just hit the wall faster. Write it down. Vision must come first because vision reprograms permission. How do you know your cruise control is set too low? Your life keeps returning to the same income, the same diet of small conversations, the same size of dreams, no matter how many times you attend motivator events. That's not fate, that's a setting. Good news, settings can be changed, but you don't change them by arguing with signs on the street. You change them by rewriting the software in the heart. Say it with me. I reset my cruise control to my calling. Again, I reset my cruise control to my calling. Your real limit is not on the road, it is in the heart. And tonight we begin to lift the governor. Write this down. Vision is more important than leadership. Leadership is about how to move. Vision is about why to move and where to end up. Vision is not ambition. It is not ego in a suit. Vision is destination. Vision is seeing what the Creator intended, then living from that picture until the picture becomes your reality. Say it with me. I live from the picture, not from the pressure. Let me ask you a question that Jesus already answered. If the blind lead the blind, what happens? They both fall. That's not an insult, that's a law. Leadership without sight multiplies error. Write this down. Movement is not progress. Activity is not achievement. Speed is dangerous without direction. Hustle culture has many of you polishing your steering wheel with no map on the dashboard. You upgrade your leadership technique, new apps, new planners, new meetings, but you never upgrade what you're aiming at. You are reorganizing the trunk of a car that has no destination entered. Excellence without vision only makes you lost with style. Say it with me. Don't ask how fast, ask where. Don't be impressed with velocity if you have no clarity of destination. Some of you are tired not because you're heavy with purpose, but because you're busy with confusion. Write this down. Energy without assignment turns into anxiety. Many are exhausted from managing motion, not from pursuing meaning. That is why your heart is restless. Your leadership is competent, but your life is directionless. Vision begins in the mind of the manufacturer. It is not something you invent, it is something you discover. It is a revealed picture of original intent. Until you see what he saw when he made you, leadership will turn you into a professional wanderer, efficient, admired, applauded, and off course. This is why I push you hard on identity. You can't see correctly until you know who you are. Titles can't give you sight. Positions can't give you sight. Write this down. Vision begins with identity, not with instruction. You will not know where you belong until you know what you are. Here is the trap of the age. We are coaching people to communicate, to network, to negotiate, to brand, yet they have no picture of destiny. So their leadership becomes a megaphone for their confusion. If the blind lead the blind, they just hit the wall faster. That's why some of you keep colliding with the same limits at higher speeds. Skill increased, sight did not. Say it with me. Without vision, leadership accelerates confusion. So what do? We reverse the order. Before you perfect the technique, you must pursue the picture. Write this down. Vision resets permission. When you see what you were made for, your heart stops obeying old signs. Your management then serves your meaning. Your schedule bows to your assignment. Your speed aligns with your sight. Tonight we choose destination over decoration, identity over image, meaning over motion. Say it with me. I refuse to be busy without becoming. I will not accelerate confusion. I will see first, then lead. Write this down. You are not an accident. You are an assignment. Before your mother knew you, the manufacturer appointed you. That is why the ache in your soul refuses to be counseled by small instructions. You are not a random collision of DNA. You are a revealed intention of deity. Genesis 1:26 is not a memory verse. It is your blueprint. Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion. The word man there is not male. It is species-ish, male and female. He created them and gave them dominion. Write this down. Image is identity. Likeness is capacity. Dominion is assignment. Say it with me. I was created to lead. I was designed to dominate my assignment. Good. Leadership, therefore, is not a title you achieve. It is a nature you recover. Dominion is not oppression. It is responsibility. The Hebrew word rada means to rule, to manage, to bring order, to govern a territory so that the king's intent is manifested. Dominion is not domination of people. It is mastery of your domain. Write this down. You were never authorized to control humans. You were mandated to control environments, resources, problems, and potential until value appears. True leadership turns chaos into order, confusion into clarity, scarcity into productivity, and deserts into gardens. This is why you feel restless under small permission. Your image disagrees with your imitation. The image of God is creative, strategic, solution-oriented, and fruitful. So when culture calls you average, your design protests. When religion tells you be humble but means be invisible, your likeness resists. When fear posts 30, your dashboard shouts 220. Write this down. Identity is the fuse for vision. When you recover who you are, you recover why you're here. Then where to go becomes obvious. Let me correct a deadly error. Many of you think leadership begins when someone gives you a position. No, leadership begins when you accept your assignment. You don't need a chair to lead, you need a charge. And your first charge is your gift, your area of God-given strength where serving produces fruit without strain. That is your domain. Say it with me. I do not dominate people, I dominate my problem space. Again, I do not control humans. I control the chaos I was born to solve. Write this down. Dominion is measured by fruit, not followers. If your gift is accounting, dominion looks like clean books and freed minds. If your gift is teaching, dominion looks like ignorance collapsing. If your gift is design, dominion looks like beauty that functions. The point is not applause, the point is order. The world will find you because fruit attracts. Leaders don't seek followers. Followers are drawn to solutions. Now hear the hinge we must cross. Once identity is restored, you must separate job from work. Your environment may pay you to maintain their limits, but heaven assigned you to manifest your likeness. Write this down. Your job is what they pay you to do. Your work is what you were born to do. Culture will always try to rent you cheap to keep your gift quiet. But after tonight, that contract is canceled. Say it with me. I am an assignment on purpose, with purpose, for purpose. And now that I know who I am, vision has a place to land. Write this down. Your job is what they pay you to do. Your work is what you were born to do. Say it with me. My job is for income. My work is for impact. Again, my job is temporary. My work is eternal. Listen carefully. Culture posted a limit that says salary equals significance. So you negotiate your destiny down to a paycheck and then defend the prison as security. That is why the soul feels underpaid even when the account looks stable. The deposit cleared, but your destiny did not. Your job is a contract. Your work is a covenant. Your job is a place. Your work is a purpose. Your job can end with a meeting. Your work will outlive your retirement. Write this down. Your gift is the evidence of your assignment. If they fire you, your gift goes with you. They can lock the building, but they can't padlock your wisdom. They can shut the program, but they can't turn off your anointing. They can withhold a title, but they cannot confiscate fruit. Don't confuse access to their platform with ownership of your purpose. Your gift is your passport. It travels. This is why vision is not a career ladder. It is a gift to humanity. Ladders are crowded, narrow, and need someone else's building to lean on. Vision is a highway you build from your revealed assignment. Write this down. Deploy your gift. Don't negotiate it. Negotiation sounds humble, but it is usually fear in a tie. Fear asks, what will they pay? Vision asks, what was I sent to solve? Salary is a receipt for your time. Significance is the fruit of your gift served consistently. Let's get practical. Write this down and do it this week. Number one, recurring burdens. What keeps bothering you even when you try to ignore it? What problem do you criticize everywhere because you were born to correct it? That irritation is often an invitation. Number two, recurring abilities. What do you do well without trying while others strain? Where do outcomes follow you like a shadow order? After you enter chaos, clarity after you teach, calm after you counsel, profit after you analyze. That consistency is competency, pointing to calling. Number 3, recurring confirmations. What do people always thank you for? What do they say after you leave? I can breathe. I finally understand. This works now. Stop dismissing those compliments as kindness. They are data. Say it with me. My burden, my ability, and my confirmations reveal my work. Now make a deployment plan. Write this down. Start where you are with what you have for who you can reach. 1 hour per day serving your gift. 1 prototype in 30 days that solves the smallest version of your biggest problem. 1 client this month who gets your best without apology. Price your value with integrity. Stop discounting your destiny to buy acceptance. If what you do changes lives, invoice with honor. Leaders don't beg for rooms. Fruit opens doors. Here is your next bridge. Courage. The strategy is clear, the work is named, but the governor remains. If you continue to tolerate the old limit, the next section will confront that. Because write this down, leadership is born when toleration ends. Say it with me, I refuse the old normal. I am not an employee of fear. I am deployed by purpose. I will not negotiate my vision. I will deliver my gift. Write this down, leadership is born when toleration ends. Say it with me. Leadership is born when toleration ends. Again. Good. You will never outrun what you keep tolerating: fear, mediocrity, and the cultural ceilings you were trained to salute. Toleration is the graveyard of leaders. Every time you accept a limit as wisdom, you dig your own plot. Every time you excuse smallness as season, you schedule your own funeral. Tonight is confrontation and activation. We are ending agreements. Consider a woman on a bus in Montgomery. No microphone, no board position, no budget, just a decision. Rosa Parks did not pray for a seat. She protected a seat. Leadership arrived and she refused to stand up one more time to normalize an abnormal sign. Write this down. Leadership begins at the point of refusal. I will not accept this as normal. That is the birthplace of movements, of companies, of reforms, of destinies. She didn't need permission. She needed conviction. And when conviction sits down, a nation stands up. Some of you are so spiritual, you have immobilized your faith. Faith without works is dead. Dead faith prays about the wall. Living faith walks to the wall and starts building a door. God asked Moses, why are you crying to me? Tell the people to move. Write this down. Stop asking God to do what he assigned you to become. Prayer is a power source, not a hiding place. Fasting is for clarity, not for avoiding courage. If your knees are strong but your feet never move, you are not waiting on heaven. Heaven is waiting on you. Now, a decision framework. Write this down. 6 places you must end toleration tonight. In your mind, stop allowing rehearsed defeat. Delete the scripts that say people like us don't. Replace them with the manufacturer's memo. In your home, stop permitting disorder disguised as creativity. Order is the womb of acceleration. In your relationships, stop entertaining parasites and critics without fruit. Access is a privilege. Stewardship it. In your spending, stop financing the image that hides your absence of vision. Budget is a belief statement. Invest in your assignment. In your discipline, stop negotiating with the snooze button and the unplanned day. Your calendar is your covenant with destiny. In your self-talk, stop apologizing for excellence and calling it humility. Silence the inner cop who lifts your foot off the pedal at 31. Say it with me. I end toleration tonight. I refuse the old normal. I cancel fear's contract. I am not for sale to smallness. Good. Because once toleration ends, you must do more than shout. You must build. Passion without structure burns out. Write this down. After refusal, you need a system. Leadership is not a seat, it's a function. Who's the leader? No one. And everyone. Every part must take responsibility for its domain if the whole destiny is to accelerate. We are moving from one heroic driver to a calibrated engine where every piece leads at its post. Now that you have ended toleration, we will design the flow that keeps your decision alive. Write this down. Leadership is not a seat, it's a function. Who's the leader? No one and everyone. Say it with me. No one and everyone. Let me prove it with your car. The engine has pistons, plugs, belts, sensors, a fuel pump, a humble $4 terminal wire. Who's the leader under that hood? If you say the piston, the belt gets offended. If you say the computer, the spark plug, down tools. But remove that little wire and the whole kingdom stops at the light. Write this down. Importance is contextual and function is leadership. A small component can shut an entire system down. Stop worshiping positions. Free yourself from title idolatry. Titles are labels on boxes. Function is what's inside that moves destiny. You don't need permission to lead your domain. Your gift is your authorization and your fruit is your credential. Say it with me. My gift authorizes me. My fruit validates me. Don't wait to be crowned. Be accountable for your contribution. If the thermostat refuses to read, the engine overheats. If the sensor lies, the mixture's wrong and power drops. If your diet is lazy, your energy misfires. If your prayer life is erratic, your guidance system drifts. Write this down. When any part refuses to lead in its role, the entire vision pays the price. Now map your engine. This is practical. Write it down. Mentors are your diagnostic tools. Don't drive without regular scans. Blind spots blow gaskets. Skills are your pistons. Train them. Compression creates power. Habits are your timing belt. Consistency keeps the rhythm. One skipped tooth throws the whole system off. Partnerships are your spark align. Ignition multiplies torque. Wrong alliances flood the cylinders. Finances are your fuel system. Clean lines, honest pressure, wise mixture. Starve the engine and you stall in opportunities. Health is your cooling system. Sleep, nutrition, movement, passion overheats without stewardship. Spiritual discipline is your ECU, the control unit that receives revelation and translates it into instruction. Ignore it and you run rich on ego or lean on fear. Say it with me. Every part must lead at its post. Again, good. Write this down. Delegation does not relieve responsibility. It redistributes leadership. The driver cannot replace the oil mid-lap. The pit crew leads there. The strategist doesn't change tires. They lead in timing. Who's the leader? No one and everyone. Leadership is the orchestra of right functions playing on time to one score called vision. Here is the tough love. Some of you keep honoring a charismatic steering wheel while your brakes are squealing, your oil is dirty, and your tires are bald. Then you blame the road. The road is innocent. Your system is undisciplined. Set your parts in order. Calendar the mentor. Schedule the practice. Pre-commit the habit. Formalize the partnership. Automate the saving and tithing. Meal prep the body. Guard the morning and the night with prayer and word. Write this down. Systemized leadership protects, sustain, speed. Now, imagine what happens when the internal engine is tuned, each part leading, and the driver sees clearly. You ease onto a highway where the signs don't insult your design. The posting no longer argues with your dashboard. What do you call that? You about to meet it. Say it with me. I am ready for the AUTOBahn. When permission matches capacity, acceleration becomes normal and peace returns at high speed. In the next moment, we will lift the last internal governor and discover that there is life after 170. Let me tell you a parable dressed in asphalt. I was driving a machine that whispered possibility. The speedometer bragged far beyond the polite numbers from my neighborhood. But I had been trained by signs. 35 here, 55 there. Maybe on a miracle day, 65. Then I landed in a place where the road stopped arguing with my dashboard. We merged onto a stretch of highway you know by name, the AUTOBahn. My left foot felt the old fear lift like fog. My right foot, still respectful, pressed gradually. 80, calm. 100, steady. 120, the car didn't scream, it smiled. 150, the tires sang a new song, not of panic but of purpose. 170, And here was the shock. There was peace at pace. I expected terror. I found harmony. The engine wasn't straining. I was. And when my mind stopped saluting imaginary signs, the machine did what it was born to do. Write this down. Same car, same engine, same speedometer, new environment. The limit was never in the vehicle. It was in the signs and in the driver trained by the signs. Some of you are accusing your engine of weakness when the real criminal is the neighborhood in your head. You've been obeying polite ceilings that never came from your manufacturer. Your ECU, your heart, was cutting fuel at 65 because culture programmed the governor. But the moment permission matched capacity, acceleration became normal. Say it with me. My capacity was always there. Again, my capacity was always there. Write this down. You don't need a new engine. You need a new permission. Permission is created by perspective. Perspective is shaped by inputs. So changing your environment is not just changing geography. It is changing your diet of voices, standards, peers, books, doctrine, mentors, media. If your friends are school zones, you will never test top gear. If your podcasts are gossip, your mind will idle in traffic. If your doctrine punishes excellence, your soul will equate speed with sin. If your mentors are comfortable managers of confusion, they will hand you better brakes, not a better map. Upgrade the company of your consciousness. Sit with people for whom 150 is conversational. Read authors whose paragraphs remove governors. Submit to mentors who don't flinch when your gift roars. Replace entertainment with education until your appetite changes. Write this down. Exposure expands acceptance. What you repeatedly see at high speed becomes your new normal. The heart does not accelerate by argument, it accelerates by association. Now translate this to practice. Say it with me. I will stop obeying old signs. Good. Replace the signs. Write this down. Vision statements become internal postings. Put your assignment on your wall, on your lock screen, in your mouth every morning. Daily disciplines retrain the regulator. Guard your first hour with word, writing, and work on your gift. Curate your circle. One peer who pulls you forward. One mentor who corrects you upward. One student you serve to stay sharp. Establish weekly speed sessions where you operate at full gift intensity without apology. Budget to buy books before brands. Schedule silence to hear strategy. Record wins to normalize fruit. Every practice is a new sign that says proceed at purpose. Say it with me. There is life after 170. Not recklessness, rightness, not panic permission. Your breakthrough is not a new engine. It is a heart that stops bowing to old postings. And once the mind agrees with design, your gift will do what it was built to do. Move nations at peace, at pace. Write this down. You don't rise by wishing you rise, by replacing old permissions with new practices that retrain the heart. The governor is changed by ritual, not by hype. Tonight we remove the signs. Step 1, identify the limit. Write this down. Define your too much. What success number makes you nervous? What room makes you shrink? What price makes you apologize? Where does your foot lift at 31? List them. Next, name the source. Who posted that sign in your soul? A parent's fear, a teacher's sarcasm, a pastor's poor theology, a manager's control. Circle the names. Now reject authority without dishonor. Say it with me. I honor the person. I cancel the permission. I refuse to inherit your fear. I revoke the speed limit you installed. My capacity is from the manufacturer. Step 2. Replace with vision language. Write this down. Destination dissolves hesitation. Craft a one-sentence assignment. I serve who? By solving what problem so that they experience what fruit through my gift. Put a date on a measurable fruit by when I will produce specific outcome for specific people. Print it, post it, pray it, plan it. Your schedule must bow to your sentence. Step 3, install daily rhythms as proof. Habits are new signs. Say it with me. Practice is permission. God the first hour. Word, writing, work on gift. 30 minutes of study to feed vision. 45 minutes of skill to sharpen execution. 10 minutes to log fruit and lessons. Automate savings at 10-20%. Money follows meaning. Starve impulses. Fund assignment. Move your body 30 minutes minimum. Health is horsepower. Weekly mentorship. Touch point. Submit questions. Receive correction. Weekly speed session. Operate at full gift intensity. No apology. Timed and tracked. Write this down. Small actions tell the heart. 200 is normal. Step 4. Set relational boundaries. Your companions are either fuel or signs. Audit access. For 30 days, limit conversations with people who platform fear, mock excellence, or confuse humility with hiding. You may love them, but you cannot let them be your cop. Replace them with 3 categories. 1 mentor who has lived your destination. 1 peer who is already at your next speed. 1 student you serve to keep your edge sharp. Say it with me. I will not let fearful people be my speed signs. Step 5, train the mouth. Your mouth is your ignition. Confession calibrates consciousness and conscience. Write this down. Speak the assignment until the heart salutes. Morning and night, say your destination sentence. Declare the fruit you will bear. Cancel the old scripts out loud. I am not too much. My excellence is obedience. I am sent, not needy. Then align speech with invoices, proposals, and boundaries. Price with honor. Communicate with clarity. And refuse rooms that require you to dim your design. Now systemize the next 30 days. Remove 1 limit per week. Install 1 rhythm per day. Replace 1 relationship access point per week. Review fruit every 7 days. Reward consistency, not drama. Write it down. Practice protects permission. Systems sustain speed. Say it with me. I remove the signs. I install vision. I normalize 200 in a moment. We will seal this with decrees. Because when your mouth, your mind, and your movement agree, destiny accelerates on schedule. Now we seal it. Your mouth must sign what your mind has seen, and your movement will soon prove. Write this down. Your destiny accelerates when your mouth, your mind, and your movement agree with your vision. Agreement is ignition. Say it with me. I agree with my assignment. Again, I agree with my assignment. Good. Now decree it until your heart salutes. Say it out loud. I am not an accident. I am an assignment. Louder. I am not an accident. I am an assignment. Write this down. Identity precedes activity. When you speak who you are, your life stops volunteering for who you are not. Now, aim your confession at the limits. Say it with me. My vision is bigger than my neighborhood. Again, my vision is bigger than my neighborhood. I will not live by posted limits. Say it. I will not live by posted limits. I honor people, but I cancel their permission to shrink me. I honor history, but I refuse to rehearse its ceilings. Vision is more important than leadership. Say with me. Vision is more important than leadership because destination determines every decision. I see first, then I lead. I choose meaning over motion, fruit over fans, assignment over applause. Say it. I lead my domain. I serve my gift. I deliver fruit. I normalize 200. Write this down. In the next 48 hours, anchor this agreement in action. Number 1, write the vision. 1 sentence of assignment. 1 measurable fruit. 1 date. Print it, post it, pray it, plan it. Number 2, remove 1 limiting input. Unfollow the fearful feed. Leave the mockers chat. Cancel the noise subscription. Mute the voice that lifts your foot at 31. Replace it with 1 voice that runs at your future pace. Number 3, initiate 1 deployment step. Make the call. Send the application. Submit the proposal. Build the prototype. Book the meeting. Don't wait for perfect. Present your gift. Say it with me. I will move within 48 hours again. I will move within 48 hours. Listen to me as a mentor, not an entertainer. This is training, not a show. My real love is people like you who believe this is for you. Few came, but the few are always the seed. Trapped in you is a leader the world is waiting to meet. Your community does not need your compliance, it needs your fruit. You are not a clerk of culture, you are a governor of your domain. The world needs what you carry. Say it loud, the world needs me. Again, the world needs me. Now lift your head and receive this commissioning. You will not negotiate with limits. You will remove signs and install vision. You will decide before sunrise and deliver before sunset. Leadership is born where your toleration ends. Your belief will instruct your behavior. Your behavior will produce your breakthrough. Say it with me. I am sent. I am ready. I am deployed. Write this down and never forget it. Your speedometer is not a decoration. It is a prophecy of capacity. Drive accordingly.